Hello and welcome to episode 12 of series 3 of Become a Legend Story Mode. And there is no time for a preamble here, there's going to be no waffling, no rambling, we're getting straight in to the two biggest games of Egy Milanović's short career. Yes! Well, last episode we lost the absolutely crucial game that would have seen a route into the playoffs in our own hands. But now, I mean, it sort of is in our own hands. We're on the same points now as Oostende, who are in that all-important 6th spot at the moment. We've got 2 games left. A game that we should win against Cercle Bruges, and then a very difficult away game against second in the league Genk. But as we are on the same points, obviously, if we were to score more goals than Oostende, then we go through. It's as simple as that. Into the playoffs, top 6, obviously going into the playoffs in the latter part of the season. And, wow, it would be a huge achievement for Waasland-Beveren to make it that far. Oostende as well would be very pleased. They're not regulars there either. But then for Egy to be going up against teams like Club Bruges and Stade Liège in those playoffs to win the Jupiler League would be a huge achievement. Well, we've got to really pull it out of the bag in these next 2 games. And as I said, no preamble, we're just getting straight into this. We've got to smash it. We've got to absolutely smash this. Hopefully Egy is on good form. Sideways arrow, we'll take it. We've had a lot of reds and a lot of downward arrows recently. And crucially, full stamina bar, which is going to be really important. Vanzo ahead of us isn't the one that I would have chosen. We've definitely preferred to have either Forte or even Endow ahead of us. I think Forte is definitely the man that we'd like to play with. But Van's on a blue today. He scored some important goals for us. And Poma also on a blue. He's been decent. Dierks captains the side. Massup's been great this season, actually. I think he's underrated. I've never really taken the time to learn the names of the right and left backs. But I know that I'm often referring to the left back bombing on down that left-hand side. So hopefully he can have a good game today. Cercle Bruges playing 3 central midfielders. It's an interesting formation. You don't see that very often. 3 central midfielders for Egy to deal with, but 2 of them 60 rated. And Egy is absolutely flying at the moment. As we know, he's 3rd in the goal rankings. He's racked up a fair few assists as well. But can he perform at this crucial part of the season where it all counts? Let's go. So with 2 goals in his last 3 games, I think Egy's season has now transcended from promising youngster, who's having a great breakout season, to genuinely one of the best players in the Jupiler League. And it's going to be very hard for Waasland-Beveren to keep hold of him next season, whether he moves to another team within the Belgian league, or whether he moves elsewhere within Europe. There's going to be a lot of suitors for the young Indonesian. Let me know in the comments if you can think where he might realistically go at this stage. A lot of you already have, but I'll be happy to hear some more. Right, let's do this. This is massive. Oh, ball in, Cardona. Oh, that's not the start we needed. And that, yeah, that's not gone well. It's not gone well at all. Almost straight from kickoff. We nearly win it back there. This is a nice movement here from Bruges. And then I don't know what the left back's doing there. It's the curse of the commentator. Praised him in the build-up, and then he goes to sleep completely there. And he can only watch on as we go a goal behind. God damn it. Lovely chip into Egy here. Under a lot of pressure. Steps away very well. He finds the ball. Vanzo will look to hold it up, but Egy takes it on the run. Oh, but it could fall here to Vanzo. No. Okay. Positive. Ball into the box to De Belder. Cuts it back to Cardona, the first goal scorer. Oof. It takes a good save there to prevent a second goal for Bruges, which would be critical at this point in the game. Oh, De Costra, that's a great ball through. Does really well to take it down. Oof. Defender just about deals with it in the end. Nice ball into Egy. Found a little bit of space here on the halfway line. Straight away, his first intention is to move forward. Finds Vanzo, looks to slip in Ampoma. He's got away from his man. Good effort there. Oh, from the midfielder. That was a speedy break. Kick started by Egy. As soon as he took that ball down, he knew exactly what he wanted to do. Drive at this defence. Wasn't the most creative ball into Vanzo. But we did create a shooting opportunity, and we do have a corner here. First chance for Egy to whip one into a dangerous area. That's nicely weighted. This could be dangerous. Oof, keeper gets a good punch. Oh, well cut out. And now Egy. No, that's a good tackle. Egy is beaten badly there, and it's through to De Belder. No. Well, Egy fell foul of what was a fair but strong tackle. Oh, I guess it was fair. Egy just didn't see him coming, and then, I mean, that is really harsh. Instantly it turns into a goal for Bruges. Oh, Egy caught napping in the midfield, caught in possession. That's a great ball over the top to punish us almost instantly. This looks to be the playoff slipping away from us now. God damn it. Damn. Oh, Egy will get to it. He's away from his man. Good effort. It fell kindly to him. I'm not quite sure how that found him. Came off the wall. Egy with a good first touch. Only real option there was to go for goal. Forced a good save. So again, he's going to put this cross into the box. Keeper managed to punch the last one. We're going to try and put a flat, straight one to the edge of the 6-yard box. It's a decent one, and Poma's there, and he heads over. That was a well-weighted corner from Egy there, and that could have easily been Waasland-Beveren's first goal. Absolutely perfect corner. Headed just over the bar. Oh, more great work here from Bruges. It's Vitinho. Takes it down. It's a good tackle. Right, can we break here? Come on. 38 minutes gone in this game. Got numbers forward now. Vanzo's made a good run. Egy goes inside to Ampoma. Finds Vanzo. Looks for the back heel into Egy. Can he get this right? Can he get it right? Oh, no. We were looking for the pass. First thought there was to definitely pass, but it just didn't show up. No one made the right run. Egy tried to beat the two men. Too much. And that is half-time here in Bruges, and it's going badly. It is going badly. Don't know what the Ostend result is at the moment, but it is sort of irrelevant. 2 goals down just isn't good enough against 16th place Bruges. And Egy, well, he had the one big chance of the game for Waasland-Beveren. Well saved by the keeper. He made a mess of a couple of quick breaks. Only 44% possession. This isn't looking great. Oh, what sort of fucking throw-in is that? Quick throw into Egy. Oh, it's taken out. Ref! He's getting an absolute battering today. What sort of throw is that, you complete and utter imbecile? Oh, De Belder gets away down the left-hand side. He's got one to aim for in the box. Bruges still coming forward. They're not happy with this 2-0 lead. Making things very difficult for us. De Belder, great work. Low ball in looking for Cardona. I think he can get that down. Suspect first touch, but we get away. 57 minutes gone here. We need a goal very, very soon. It's Dierks now into Vanzo. Looks again for Dierks. It's not the best ball, but he does get to it. No, Vitinho does well. He wants to... What is that throw? Have we suddenly lost the ability to throw the ball in a straight line? Oh, you've got to be fucking kidding me. De Belder through on goal here. With an hour gone, this could be... Oh, that's great defending. Really good defending. Oh, it's a good ball. De Belder gets to it. Oh, my God. Well, that's 3, and that is our season over here. I thought we had this. I didn't even consider that it was worth commentating on. There's no way our defender's not going to get to this. Number 23. That is poor. De Belder with a good finish, and that is our season done. Good ball into Egy. That's a lovely first touch. Can slip in Dierks. Wants it back down the line. Cuts back. Sees the run edge of the box, and the foot comes in. It really is not going to go our way, this one, is it? Egy legs it off with a nice little touch, but that's awful. Can Egy track this one down still? He can. Gets the ball into the box, and Vanzo is there to finish it. Well, shows great determination from Egy. Playing all the way to the final whistle, but that goal now, little more than a consolation. Egy looked sharp all the way through that, and as the defender missed it, pushed his way to the line. It's an incredible dug-out cross there with his left foot, just as it was about to go out for a goal kick. He's done really well there, and then it's a finish from Vanzo. It'll mean nothing in this game. It'll mean nothing to our season, which, depending on the Ostend result, is probably over now. That'll be Egy's last kick of the game. Played almost a full 90 today. Did a lot of running. Wasn't really able to create much. Waasland-Beveren were poor as a side. From front to back, they underperformed. And that is a massive, massive disappointment. To have performed so well for so long this season and then have a game like this against one of the bottom feeders of the league, when it really, really counts, is particularly poor. Egy picking up a 6.5, but look at all those 5s in the midfield. There just wasn't the performances. Just wasn't the performances at all. So there we have it, and how did Ostend do? Oh, a 3-0 win over Sporting Charleroi, and that is our season done. And it's Ghent, actually, who we... Oh, no, we're not playing Ghent, we're playing Genk. I mean, a win for us in this final game against Genk. If we win by more than 3, and Ghent fail to win, then in theory we could still make our way into the playoffs, but at this point it seems very unlikely. We've got to go out there and try our hardest. Again, we're looking at now almost at 1 goal in every 3 games that he's made for Waasland-Beveren, and a lot of those early games he was only playing for like 10, 20 minutes. He's come through incredibly this season, and he's added assists as well, 7 assists. Just couldn't find it in that game when it really counted, which is a shame, except for he did get an assist. So you've got to blame the rest of the team, and you've got to say there's going to be a lot of other clubs looking at Egy in the summer. But we're into the final fixture now of the regular season, and it is Genk, who've had an excellent season, against Waasland-Beveren, who have also had an equally good season by their standards. We're going to need an absolute miracle here, and we're going to need a lot of goals. Let's see how Egy's feeling for this final game. Sideways arrow. Okay, not great. But we do at least have Forte and Boljevic back in the side against the Genk team that we've struggled against this season, but they do have a 66 rated centre-back and a 67 rated keeper. They're there to be got at, but that front line, very dangerous for them. Egy could go up to 70 rated very, very soon, and that will certainly be a landmark for him. It doesn't look like making it through to the playoffs in his first season at Waasland-Beveren is going to be a landmark that we see. But all we can do is try our hardest. Let's get into it. Now, a lot of you in the comments of the last episode were mentioning that there's been some whispers in the media about Ajax potentially being interested in Egy in real life. Okay, let me first of all say, after a very small amount of research, that's not actually the case at all. There was basically one Dutch journalist who writes for a Dutch website who did a small piece on Egy. He may have even seen this series and based it on that, I don't know. Who knows? I mean, he won the most exciting young player at the Toulon tournament, so people do know about him. But he wrote that, and there was a quote in there saying that he should go to Ajax because that's a great place to develop as a young player. Obviously, with all of the media attention Indonesia around Egy, some Indonesian online outlets got hold of that, and they basically managed to craft that into he's going to Ajax rumours. He's not. It would be a great place to go. They may have shown interest before Egy went to Lechia Gdansk, but they're certainly not interested in now. But I do agree with the journalist. It would be an excellent place for him to go. Let me know if you think that would be a good place for us to try and sign next season. Quick run out in the area division before we go maybe to England or Spain. That would certainly work well, and what a team that would be to play in. But for now, well, we've just got to try our damnedest in this final game of the regular season. Let's go. Break is on here. Forte lays it into Egy. He's seen the bombing run of the right back. That's not the ball, but Forte does well. Egy looking for Ampoma, doesn't find him, but the left back will get there. Scoops the ball out looking for Egy. It's the wrong ball. Oh, nicely worked here by Genk. They can put a ball into the box here now. Pozuelo will turn, finds Arroyo, and that's... Oh, come on! We just don't defend. That is the big problem with Waasland-Beveren. How we ever got this far. Some of the awful defending that we've seen. It seems to have got particularly bad in this final week of the season, or final couple of weeks. Just making mistake after mistake. Egy can only score so many goals. Oh, that's a lovely ball there into Nasitic, into Gagno, and that is goal number 2, and that's it, isn't it, really? That's us done. And it's well worked. It's a good goal. There's no doubt about it. They aren't in second place in the league this season for no reason. And it's a beautifully reversed ball over the top. And then a finish from the big striker. It's all too easy for them. And it's all too easy to see our season just fading out now. Ball down the line into Egy's a good one. He's got Forte arriving. Looks for the low cross and it's blocked. To be like the hand there of the defender. Egy steps away from his man. Can whip a ball in now. It's not a bad one, but it is headed away. Long ball. Can Forte get the header down here? Of course he can. Always does. I think he does well with some quick passing there. Sees the run of Boljevic. That's nicely weighted. He's got 2 to aim for in the box. Egy making the late run. Boljevic going to the corner. Egy offering him the option. He wins the throw in the end. That's not exactly what we had planned for that. Oh, that's a great ball into Ampoma at the far post. And he's headed it well over. Arroyo into Gagno. Back out to Nastic. He set up the first. Twisting and turning here. Genk are well in control, but that is sorted out. Forte. Inside to Egy. It's 3 on 4 here. As Egy gets away from Berge with ease. Slips it into the path of Ampoma. No! Come on! You're better than that. You've been better than that this season. Egy into Ampoma. This is nice. Forte lays it off. All down the line into Ampoma. Egy's got a little bit of space here if they can find him. Turns away from his man. Back in. Sees the right left back overlapping. This is nicely worked. Forte can't get to it though. Better signs here, but a 2-0 down already this game. As good as over. Can run forward. He's under a lot of pressure here. Looks for the ball into Ampoma. Tries to lay it off to Forte. Seems like there's no communication. They look like a team that's not played together this season. And in fact, we've had an incredible season, but we've just dropped away when it really counts. Not a single shot on target in this one. Not looking great. Nice distribution there from Egy. Oh, what are you doing? Feels like they've not just forgotten how to play together, but they've forgotten how to play football in total. Oh, Egy gets the interception here, though. And he's away from Seegers. Onto the left foot. Oh, it's going to fall to Boljevic. Finish it, you fucking idiot. Ah. And then he tries too much. Forte could have a go here. No. Boljevic. Pull the trigger. Again, coming forward again. Put a ball into the box. Gallo with an effort. Oh, how has that gone in? Oh, it just goes from bad to worse. 6 goals we've conceded in this episode already. In the 2 most crucial games of the season. We have now seemed to have a defence and a goalkeeper. Like a big old wheel of Swiss cheese. Just full of holes. Full of holes. Oh, awful. Awful. Absolute horror challenge there on Egy. And a rightful yellow card for Pozuelo. Nowhere near the ball. Just went through him as if he wasn't there. Egy surely too far out. I mean, we've got to have a go, haven't we? Whip it around the top of the wall. It's a decent effort. Oh, it's a very, very good effort. It's a very good effort. But still, it'll mean nothing in the grand scheme of things. Other than adding to Egy's push for the golden boot, which I think is probably over now. I think we were maybe 3 or 4 goals off. It's not going to be. But what you've got to say about this run into the playoffs is it's clearly not Egy's performances that have let the side down. That is now, what's that, a 4th goal in 6 games or 5 or 6 games. What a free kick that is. Would have always thought the keeper would be favourite to get to that. But Egy, well, he's proved that he is a bit of a wizard from the old set pieces. We knew that was the case. He hadn't really proved it at the beginning of the season. Unfortunately, though, the rest of this Waasland-Beveren side have just not lived up to his abilities. Nice ball into Egy there. Up to Ampoma, wants it back. Forte can lay it into the path of Egy. Won't get there ahead of Jackers. Oh, could have been the second there. Unselfish from Forte. Could have probably had a go himself. And that is it. Well, even a Egy wonder free kick wasn't enough today. It was always going to be a tough game against Genk, who've been a standout side this season. Just wasn't to be. Wasn't to be. I mean, it was an exciting run to be a part of. I think most Waasland-Beveren fans were, as usual, just expecting to fight against relegation. Mid-table mediocrity was maybe the most they could have hoped for. But this little genius came in out of nowhere. No one really knew who he was. But he's come in and he has lit up the Jupiler League. But even then, unfortunately, Egy just couldn't do enough. And Oostend get another win. And actually, it was Standard Liège who are our closest competitor, but Ghent won as well. So, yeah, that's unfortunate. 7th place. It literally doesn't get any closer than that. But Egy does grab another goal to make it 12 goals for the season, which has absolutely blown out of the water any expectations anyone could have ever had. And now we do go into... So how does this work then? Playoffs Group A. Okay, so I don't know what we can we come 2nd? Or 3rd? I don't understand how this works. A Belgian, please let me know. I guess Playoff Group B is maybe for relegation. We're in A. I don't know what can we win anything? I don't know if we can. What does it mean? Let me know in the comments. It's a shame not to be in the Big 6. That's where we wanted to be. I thought we'd done enough. Just not quite enough. And we do finish with 11 goals in the league. 3rd in the goal rankings, joint 3rd. A baby above us. And, yep, Club Bruges' top scorer reside. But, I mean, look at that. I mean, we are mixing it with the very best in the league. It's just so unlucky that we just blew it in the final few games of the season. Well, there we are. It's been very exciting. I might try and skip a few of these games. I don't know. Depends what this means. So you play through all the group stage stuff. And that's it. I think that's just it, isn't it? So I might try and play a few of these and we'll try and see what happens in the summer, where Egy goes. Where's he going to go? I just think he's maybe outgrown Waasland-Beveren already. At such a rate, I think he maybe can take the step up. As I said, let me know in the comments. I'll see you in a bit.